Hello, friends. Today we are looking at the story of the Igbo boy who changed the world. We are talking about the great Olaudah Equiano. About 200 years ago, a young boy was abducted in one of the communities in Igbo land, put on a slave ship, transported overseas. He passed through the Americas, passed through the Caribbeans, passed through Europe, and he changed the world. This young man that we are listening to his story, as I said earlier, was Olaudah Equiano. Olaudah in contemporary Igbo would mean loud voice. Equiano would mean Iku Ano. There is a family in my republic called Abodo Nejise. Their mother produced 5 sons and they probably lived. They did not die at a time that infant mortality was high. So, this family was noted for being a large family, and their name tells their story, Abodo Nejise. So, I am suspecting that Equiano is an anglicized version of Ikuano, that is 4 families. Probably the family that Olaudah Equiano came from is a unit that produced 4. Probably that's where he got the name. That's from where they got the name Equiano, which, as I have said earlier, is probably a Western way of saying Iku Ano. Now, how did this brother change the world? He passed through all the deprivations that our brothers and sisters passed through and ended up in the new world. He was sold from master to master. Eventually, a person born free, a person born in the freest part of the world 200 years ago. Igbo land was the freest part of the world, but this son of Igbo land had to buy his own freedom. After buying his own freedom, he toiled and toiled and toiled and toiled to raise money to educate himself. I would consider Professor Marcus Redica's slave ship as the source to go to if you want to learn about Olaudah Equiano and the Igbos during the era of slavery. It's a journey of tears. This university professor brought the story alive. So to continue, Olaudah Equiano bought his freedom, educated himself, and jumped right into the abolitionist movement, where he did no less than any other person did. If you are talking about the people that wrestled down the inhuman capture of people from Africa, transporting them overseas, selling them, Equiano did as much as the best. His colleagues in the abolitionist movement, quote, white people. If you have been following my discussions, you would know that I'm loath, I'm hesitant, I'm always very reluctant to refer to people as white or black, but for convenience, I'm using the term now. They respected him because he was indefatigable. He worked very hard and made sure that slavery was abolished. And he is remembered today by a few things. The country called Sierra Leone named the major street in Freetown, their capital, after him. Omenala Defenders, the Igbo institution that is behind the reconnection of the Igbo people to the Igbo culture and religion, Omenala Defenders, has set up an institute which is growing, named after him. This institution is the Olaudah Equiano Research Institute. So, faithful brothers and sisters that follow this, we must remember the people that came from us that changed the world. The lizard in Igbo law fell down from the largest tree in the world called the Iroko and survived. And related, if nobody praises me for falling down from this tree that's like a mountain and surviving, I will tell my story myself. If we don't tell our story, the world continues to think that we contributed nothing. I'm concluding by saying slavery was aborted through the efforts of some of our own. Olaudah Equiano did no less than anybody else. Check out his records, check his activities in the Americas and in Europe, and you will confirm what I have said. One favor, please share this video, urge your friends and family to subscribe. We need our own sources of, our own channels of communication, and this is one of them where you will get the news hot fresh. Thank you.